Alright, welcome to episode 62. You're in the way, dog. I'm trying to see. This episode, work on the center console and do a wheel alignment, install some fan relays, a bunch of electrical cleanup, and I don't know, do a whole bunch of stuff. Anyways, mostly it's about this center console. Start working on that thing. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe down below if you want to see more. Dog wants to get out. My wife just came home. Let's go. There you go. There's a better shot of the console. What's not in this video is the new boot, shifter knob, shorten shifter. That'll be in a future video. But it's coming along. Still gonna do a metal plate around there. Alright, I'm gonna try to check the caster here. I just drew a line parallel with the tire, drew a center line 90 degrees out, turn the wheel 20 degrees, put a line on there 20 degrees, 20 degrees, set the camber to 0. I'm supposed to set this to 0. Okay, I got on 0, now I gotta get a level. Okay, so now I've got it level and on 0 at 20 degrees out. Now I gotta turn the wheel all the way the other way. Luckily I got electric steering. Oh god, that's only straight. Should have done the other wheel, but there's a wheel stop thing on the other side. Oh, that's all the way. Oh wow, that's just a hair too much. So this truck does about 20 degrees of steering, it looks like. Oh, that looks pretty... Just a hair less. That looks like 20 degrees to me. It's still on there. Oh wow, it's on 2, a little over 2 degrees of caster. Let's see if it moved. So 2, what does that say? 2.5. It actually feels like 2.5 from doing this on my hard body. I don't think it's 2.5, it's more like 2.1. So it's pretty light. Here's the original style door panel for the left side. And here's the new one. I got rid of the clips and I went to bolts. So very hard to get all these to line up. And I just tried putting that one on that side. It doesn't line up. But so I gotta mark it all again. The trick is to mark up here in a pencil and over here and then draw a line. These are all straight. These are straight. It's very tedious trying to get them all lined up. But I drilled like 5mm holes and 5mm bolts. They're very tight tolerances. But got it on. I love it. I gotta take those out again so I can put the panels on, put the vinyl on, and do the door locks. But for now, back on again. So I think I'll save this one just in case. They do still make the metal clips and the plastic pieces for the Z's. They're the same as the Z cars, it looks like, from what I've seen online. They're very cheap, like 20 bucks for a set of clips. So I'm missing a couple of metal ones and the plastics are all bad in the door. But I like the look of the bolts. I don't like clips, so I want to try this method. Alright, so I've decided to make the center consoles out of wood instead of steel. Just keep cutting this thing up, redesigning it, and I'm not liking it. I want it to be a little bit taller. I need to cut this down. It's going to be a lot of angles, so just make it out of wood. It'll be quick and easy. So I started with some old 1/2 inch MDF. Made 2 sides for the back piece. Just cut them on the table saw here. About 6 inches or so, like 6.5 inches by whatever. And I put another piece of wood in here for the base. Cut off a notch in the back for the jack tool. Something like that. I'll have a lid on there. Put a lid on this section. And then for the front piece, I think it'll be 2 boxes bolted together in the middle, kind of like I've done some other ones. I built these out of steel, not of wood in the past for my 720s and D21s and WD21s. I made a lot of them on my website out of steel. Some of our other ones I made out of wood though, so I'm going to go back to wood for now. I got to figure out this front piece. It's going to be a little tricky. So my leg is here. I'm going to make it as small as possible so it's not in the way at all. Unlike my leaf over there where the console's like here, and it's like kind of weird how the new leaf is, center console is very intrusive in your space, but I'm not going to do that. I could mimic that, but I don't have enough room up here for a couple of cup holders or whatever up back here. So let's go ahead and I think I'll glue up these pieces. I like this shape. Get those glued together first. So for the center, I just cut a bunch, whatever it is, like 4.5. Just made a whole bunch of blocks of some MDF. That'll be the center pieces. Okay, I just nailed and glued that together. Little blocks, it fits pretty good. I'm gonna put another piece on here and a little flat stop here and have a hinge. But I got 1 bolt I can put back here. I need to put another nut up here. That'll pretty much sit in there for now. I've decided to use this metal training cover as a kind of a guide on the size, on the width. So on this bottom piece I made it 10 inches wide. And then I've got a notch to get around this bracket I made for the center support. I like that going to there more. So you can see I just kind of marked it same width as the training. So I chopped those angles off. I'm gonna lay this down. Probably put a bolt right there or something. Maybe in there to bolt it down. And then what I usually do is I'll make this one bolt down to the truck, this one bolt down to the truck, and then I'll put like 2 bolts to connect them together. So I could take out either one independently. So they'll kind of marry together right here. Actually, I should probably make sure I can still go in reverse. Yeah, it's 10-0. It's kind of important to make sure you can still shift. So the next tricky bit is going to be this top pieces, because it's going to be kind of angles. I think it's going to be really low and then kind of shoot up or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Let's cut this one next. Alright, just ran out of MDF. So I had to run to Home Depot and get a 2x4 sheet, 2 feet by 4 feet, 1/2 inch thick. Finish the front. Oh, that's looking good. Look at this big gap up there. Oh, almost though. It's level on the front, so it needs to go down on the back. So Alright, so I got this thing nailed together. Got it bolted to here, so now I got the back box, center box. This bolts to here, so this comes out as two pieces. Tricky bit is now connecting this front box to this box. So I got this screwed down to the floor. This is still floating. So I'm trying to make a template. I'm going to make a piece of wood. That's the shape I want. It's really hard to get all these angles right. So what I'm going to do is just cut another piece of wood. Got to make another block this exact same size. Good, it fits. So I didn't make enough of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here. What I want to do is make a piece of wood the shape of these two combined. So I can get as precise as possible. Make a template. I'm going to pull that like that. I'm going to glue those together. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to try to make a piece of wood the shape of a Y. And then try to fill that in. Because this is going to be the bottom of this box. It'll probably be out of 1/2 inch, not the thin stuff, just so I could have some more nailing space. Alright, I just glued in a spacer here. It's like 2 cup holders wide. Put a spacer here and a spacer here to hide those top. And so this is where it's going to come apart. It's just enough clearance. So now I got to finish this tricky bit up here still. Make sure this is square. It's coming together. The hardest part is that front piece. Here's the console so far. Just cut the lid down to size. Put a block in there. Just glued a block in there. Kind of screwed up though because it hits. So I should have made it. I think I'll just grind that down. It's glued in there now. It's all one piece. It's bolted together. Here's what the center console looks like without the center console. I just put 2 nut certs in there, 5mm. So all the original holes, I added 2 extras because, I'll show you in a second. Got that thing back on. So here's my finished center console, shifter plate. Got 1 coat of paint on it. It's an old computer case. So I just added 2 extra holes, the original holes, and then 2 extra to compensate for the fact that this is flat and the floor is not flat. But with using bolts instead of screws, I was able to tighten it down and get a seal all the way around, which is nice to keep the water and exhaust fumes out. So you can see I just put some glue and some sawdust in these voids, kind of used as a putty. Just gotta sand this flat. My plan A is to rhino liner or whatever, paint it. I bought some flexseal rubberized stuff and kind of rubber coat it. I don't know how that's gonna work out. Hopefully it works out like the dash, matches the dash. But I gotta figure out how to put the lid on, some kind of hinge. My wife suggested I round all the corners with my router. That's a good idea. Get rid of all these sharp edges before I paint it. I think I've got all the wood I need in here. I gotta make the steel plate that's gonna be painted red to go around the shifter boot. But obviously that'll be done later. And I gotta put another piece of wood on here. Don't know why. But I think I just need to finish it off. Yeah, that was a lot of fun making that. So what do I do next? Router, I guess. There we go.
It's one of my kids' favorites.
Flex seal is back on my center console. Stuff takes forever to dry. Consoles are coming along with this rubberized coating. Still a little tacky from yesterday. Doing one side at a time. It takes forever to dry. Getting all dirty. everything. So that's coming along pretty good. The fuse box, the relay box I should say, for the fans, with a little bracket, mounts underneath my coolant reservoir. Frame body's getting all dirty. Needs to be washed and painted, but got a bracket. Been cleaning up my wiring. So I got that all wired up. Rewiring my new fuse boxes. Waiting for some more terminals to come in. Reconnect all these things. Yeah, it's getting better. Valve cover's obviously off. Just rewired all this. So, and I did change out the alternator and it still didn't work. So I just put the original incandescent bulb back in. Now the alternator light works like normal. So apparently LED bulbs do need a resistor on there. So I'll have to figure that out. But for now, go back to old school incandescent bulb to have a normal alternator. So this has got my fans for the relays for the fans. And then I've got more relays so I can do lights in the future. And I do have a horn relay right here, so I could get rid of this one. And then I want to do a relay for the driving lights. So headlights, right now it's cooling fans, headlights, and driving lights. Don't need one for the AC compressor, which I thought. It only pulls like 3 amps, so switch is good enough. Yep, that's an update on electrical. Retaped and rewired the whole thing. See, I need to retape this. I think I need to put a connector over here because this little harness comes down, goes to the temperature sensor, and this harness comes off the distributor. And if I want to take the distributor off, yeah, I can take out these 2 connectors, but if I tape this wire to it, so I need to put a connector right here. So I just cut and soldered this again. I need to put a regular connector here so I can take the distributor out. I'll have this little sub harness and unplug the temperature sensor. I got my future idle air control wired up. I haven't even tested that yet. That'll be next for the air conditioning.